Hi, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how averaging works because I find that a lot of students don't actually realize how averages work. So generally most of your classes probably tell you some kind of information like this. This is the setup for geometry, and these numbers may vary and they may change the categories you have, but this is basically how it works. Then you have your grades in one of these categories. For instance, so for each of your classes, they've got the grade and they tell you what the possible points. Usually we have 100 possible points on everything. Then for instance, if this is daily, you go through and you add up the points you got and they add up the possible points. This actually shows up on home access and you can see these numbers at the bottom. If you're using the app, I don't think you can, but if you look at a computer you can actually see these. Then what they do to find your grade is they take and divide the total points you got by the possible points and multiply times 100, which I did right here. So this is the daily average for this person. And then they repeat the same process with your other categories that you have. Probably tests you don't have as many, and so on. How many other categories? Then you take that and you make this percentage into a decimal, and then you multiply times that decimal. Oops. So this is the points coming from your daily. So I took the daily average here and I multiplied times the percentage that was daily, and that gives me the daily part. We do that for each one of these. So here's the points coming from daily, here's the parts coming from quiz, and here's the parts coming from test. And then they add these three up for your final average here. That's how all grades, if you have a class that has percentages, daily is this much, and so on, this is the process that it's going through. That's just so that you know how grades are worked.